want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, "I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!"
Freedom from the frustration of fiat currency is what Bitcoin promised a decade ago. Early adopters wanted their money to be theirs alone and not at the mercy of a central bank that could print it into worthlessness. But as the popularity of crypto grew and its value skyrocketed, so did the risk to consumers from outright thievery by dodgy exchanges.
Today. And you have meddled with the primal forces of nature. And you will atone.
For Binance and Coinbase, their atonement is up to the courts to decide. Regulators say they were trading crypto as securities, but without following the proper procedures that apply to stocks and bonds. What is a security? Under U.S. law, it's any tradable financial instrument that offers its holder the potential for a return on investment. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission says that includes crypto tokens, which are based on blockchain technology, but don't function as traditional cryptocurrency. Even though traditional cryptocurrency can be bought and sold, it's still regulated as an asset, like gold. The SEC's legal action comes as U.S. lawmakers still can't find consensus on how to manage the new industry. At this hearing in 2021, while the price of Bitcoin was still at historic highs, Coinbase's CFO said the company's mission was one of liberation.
Disruption always challenges the status quo, but we believe sound policies can improve the system for everyone.
What that system would look like is still unclear. Democrats want more guardrails, Republicans want fewer.
Currently, cryptocurrency markets have no overarching or centralized regulatory framework.
And the move to regulate before understanding will only stifle American ingenuity and put us at a competitive disadvantage.
Cryptocurrency's tenure in the financial world has been marked by the destruction of hard-earned wealth for some and the creation of unearned riches for others. Cryptocurrency did not deliver on its utopian promises of liberating a globalizing world from the tyranny of scarcity. But neither has globalization tamed the nightmare of history.
And our children will live, Mr. Beale, to see that perfect world in which there's no war or famine, oppression or brutality. One vast and ecumenical holding company for whom all men will work to serve a common profit, in which all men will hold a share of stock, all necessities provided, all anxieties tranquilized, all boredom amused. And I have chosen you, Mr. Beale, to preach this.
Only this advice remains. If something sounds too good to be true,
because you're on television, dummy.
It probably is.
60
Probably.
people watch you every
Wilson
night,
Dizard,
Monday through Friday.
TRT World.
I have seen the face of God.
Well, let's get more on this now from crypto analyst Jessica Walker. She's the founder of the Tech on Top podcast, and she joins us now from Dubai. Good to have you back with us, Jessica. Now, the US Securities and Exchange Commission believes it has a strong case against Binance and Coinbase. Can you tell us more about the charges they're facing and whether you believe these companies have a case to answer here?
Thank you for having me back, first of all. So what a week. Two of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges in 2 days. This is a really bold move, and I wouldn't expect the SEC to pursue this with such aggression if they didn't feel they had such a strong case. Both exchanges have faced security law violations, but with slightly different variations. So was this a surprise? Not really, but the condensed time frame has come as a surprise to quite a few people. We'll jump into Binance first of all. So US regulators have been scrutinizing Binance for years. Binance has been under the SEC investigation since 20. Binance case challenges Binance, Binance US, and its CEO, Changpeng Zhao, also known on Twitter as CZ. So in total, there's 13 charges, including lying to regulators about its operations. The SEC has also commented that 10 large cryptos are securities, and these include, but I'm not going to list all of them, the likes of Cardano, Solana, Polygon, Filecoin, and also, interestingly enough, BUSD, which is Binance's own native stablecoin. Now, a lot of people are wondering if the SEC's reasoning behind the Binance stablecoin, and a little bit more on that. And also, is it going to put other US stablecoins like USDC at risk? Now, in times of volatility, typically traders and investors will flock to stablecoins. This is a really volatile asset class, as most of the cryptocurrency viewers that are watching knows. It's not unheard for the market to drop 6, 7, even 10%. So Binance has announced on the back of that that they will be delisting some trading pairs and withdrawals, and that Binance US could stop as early with withdrawals as June the 13th. So now let's move on to Coinbase and some of the updates there. The SEC and Coinbase, well, they've also been at war with each other for over 3 years. So the SEC has stated that Coinbase has been operating as an unregistered securities and exchange and broker clearing agency. Differently to how we saw Binance reacting with delisting pairs, Coinbase's chief legal officer has actually come out and said there's no decision to delist assets, all of which suggesting Coinbase won't go down without a fight. We all have to remember here, Coinbase sued the SEC first in April 2023 after failing to get some regulatory clarity and guidance from the SEC. So does Gary Gensler have a case? To the full extent, I don't fully think so. In 2022, Gary Gensler actually came out and said there's no reason to treat crypto differently than the rest of the capital markets. But Gary Gensler, chairman of the SEC, should know better himself that the two have completely different attributions. And he used to teach cryptocurrency at IBM. He knows this industry and should know better. There's every reason for them to have different regulations, and you cannot regulate cryptocurrencies in the same way as capital markets. And the SEC needs to work closer with cryptocurrency entities.
And Jessica, it seems that the latest developments mark a dramatic escalation of a crackdown on the crypto industry by US regulators. Why is this happening now, exactly? Is there any reasoning why the SEC has decided to act at this point in time?
This is the million-dollar question, and the question everyone has on their lips. Why now? Why so close after the Ripple, or known as ticker XRP case? And also, why in such a close proximity is the SEC going after Binance and Coinbase? Now, this is not going to be a cheap takedown for the United States, and the legal armies that Coinbase and Binance could bring to the table are likely not to see this resolved anytime soon. This will be, for the SEC, a really expensive round of lawsuits. Now, the additional urgency from the SEC could be linked to an announcement from the SEC regarding official court documents from the SEC accountant, Sachin Verna, promoting about a complex set of transactions conducted by Binance and two banks that are affiliated with Binance. And these banks are called Silvergate Bank and Signature Bank. So the SEC has commented that Binance officials, including CZ, has facilitated the movement of hundreds of millions, if not billions, of funds through these regional banks to accounts in Kazakhstan, Lithuania, and Seychelles. Now, a Binance spokesperson has come out and said the transactions do not involve customer money and were carried out in normal course. Binance has denied any wrongdoing. This, in addition to speculation from the SEC, there's roughly $13 million of interest penalties from Binance in unpaid taxes over the 4 years it's been in business. Could be reasoning why they've moved now following the end of a US taxable year, but it's very uncertain at this point, and actually it's caught quite a lot of the crypto industry off guard that both have come at once.